So a very good evening to the all aspirants who are watching this video. This is another series of Toppers Talk, and today we have us in this Toppers Talk that is one of the favorite student of mine, and she has really worked hard to get into this exam. And today we have with us Arti. Congratulations, Arti, for making this to NABARD 2021. And one thing I like to say you whenever I think of you and students like Amit, only one thing that comes to my mind is that if you people do hard work, then it's really easy to get selected. It's not only a luck factor. You can beat the luck factor if you are going to do some hard work, right? And you and Amit are epitome of hard work as per me, because I have been observing both of you from the last so many months until now. You people are definitely epitome of hard work. So congratulations, a lot of congratulations from my side, Arti, for getting into NABARD 2021 batch.
Thank you, sir, very much. I would like to say I am here right now sitting in NBSC because of you, because I am from an engineering background and I did not have that much knowledge of agriculture and all. I was just doing whatever I can, but through you I got a specific direction of what to study, how much to study, in what depth to study. So, sir, that is why I am here, because of that constant guidance and support that you provided us. And I'm not a very hardworking person. I was not, because I was not able. Initially, I was also preparing for other exams, but I was not getting results because I was not a very consistent person, and I'm not a very hardworking person. So it was because of you, because you were there constantly. You were sending those motivational quotes on the channel. Those quotes motivated us, and then you were constantly taking sessions and all. So there was a consistency, there was a constant flow. So we just followed your instructions. Whatever you said, we just kept on following those, and now we are here. So thank you, sir, very much for that.
Thanks for the gesture, Arti. But see, the only guidance was mine, but the work, whatever you have done, that was commendable. And I count those works in as hard work on me, because you have qualified right now, right? So whenever we complete something, we think that I have not done that much work, but I know that how much work you have done. I know really, because I have observed everything, how much you are practicing, how many practice sets you are solving the things. So it's definitely your hard work that you have come into this position with a good rank also in this examination. So now coming on to the different aspects of the examination, what actually the aspirants are definitely interested in, that is phase 1, phase 2, and interviews, all sorts of things. So after the last year's change of pattern, that is in 2021, that some section were made merit section, some section as qualifying section. So what message would you like to give to the candidates who have just begun their preparation and they are newcomers? Does if QRE section has been made qualifying, has it lost its relevance, that QRE section, and students are not paying attention into it? So what message would you like to give to them?
Yes, sir. I would like to tell. I found NABARD QRE very easy, because I was, for the past 1.5 year, I was writing various banking examinations. So because of that prior experience, I was very comfortable in quants, reasoning, English, and I'm an IT engineer. So, and I'm from an engineering background. So my computer basics were also clear, and decision making was also like, it's very. You can say you should use your logic and common sense. So I wrote mock test, and after writing those mock tests, for me, I found that I could easily qualify all these sections. So similarly, I would suggest that all of you, please analyze your strengths and weaknesses. You write mock test, and then you find out which area is your weaker, which is relatively stronger, and accordingly you work for it. For me, I wrote 3 mock tests, I remember, and in all of them I was able to get the 50% marks in all the sections. So that's why it was very easy for me. But as I told you, I had worked earlier for other exams, so that helped me. If you are starting now, so I would suggest you please take mock test and analyze accordingly.
Right. So all new aspirants watching out this video, I would like to also give a message to you that don't take this QRE section or computer section or DM section, whatever it may be likely. just as per your strength and weakness, you try to work on it. If computer is your weak point, try to work on it. If DM is your weak point, try to work on it. If you are from agriculture or some sort of biological background, if quant is your weak point, try to work on it so that you do not miss the sectional cutoff in this. Now coming to the merit section, which is the most important right now, I think for the coming year as well, that is your 40 plus 40 plus 20, right? ESI, ARD, GA. So what strategy did you follow when you go through the changed syllabus of NABARD, and this time they have made this syllabus as only merit section, and you being from the engineering background, so what thought came into your mind? Are you did you got afraid that I will not be in a comfortable position with this biological background subjects? So what was your overall strategy to come into over this?
Sir, I remember very clearly the day the notification was out. There were only 31 vacancies all over India in general stream and general category. So I just called up my friend and I told him that there are so less number of seats and ARD is completely new to me. I'm not from agriculture background, and I told him also that agriculture, there are many people who must be like they are from agriculture background, and there are also people who study agriculture for UPSC optional. So I was very unsure whether I'll be able to deal with it or not. But my friend gave me an advice that we are engineers, and the best part about engineering is that we can do anything. If you can do engineering, you can do anything in your life. So he motivated me. No, you can do it. I trust in you. And so after that, what I did, I worked really hard. I worked really hard. I just did not want to leave any stone unturned. Before the notification came, I had gone through the ARD syllabus twice. Through videos, I referred one online source, and they had provided very good videos of all the topics of agriculture. So I must have gone through all those videos twice. And apart from that, if there is some topic, if there is a topic on biofloc, or say if there is a topic on incubation period of eggs. So for many small topics, intercropping system. So I wanted to know more about it. So apart from those videos, I also referred YouTube a lot. Before going through any summary sheet, I just wanted to be I just wanted to have that concept clear in my mind. So I referred YouTube extensively. I watched many videos, and in this process, I really enjoyed. I developed a sense of love towards agriculture and wood development. I really enjoyed this process of surfing internet, finding out. So my basic concepts were clear. And when the notification was out, after that, I was referring through the master notes. I took printout of the master notes of Clarity channel, and I must have gone through all the master notes of all the topics, maybe said twice. I read through them, I marked, highlighted it, and then obviously we saw prelims power play. So I practiced extensively. I saw all the MCQs, not from just clarity, but I referred also another resources also, because I had that advantage because I was preparing full time. Many working aspirants will find it difficult because they'll have only 4 hours. So I would suggest them that for all the working aspirants, they must stick to one source only. But I had time. I was studying full time, so I referred 3 sources. I would say I practiced extensively. I studied the topics from the master notes, but I solved MCQs, quizzes, and tests from wherever I could get. I practiced a lot of MCQs. I gave a lot of mock tests.
Right. Good. And this is also a message to give to the aspirants as well. I remember a line from Three Idiots as well, and I used to quote to the all students who used to ask me, "Sir, I should refer this source, or I should refer that source for practicing at least." So I told them that wherever you get a free knowledge, right, you try to acquire from there. That knowledge charo taraf bat raha, just you have to go there and just you have to acquire the knowledge. So that is good. So that also all of you can practice. You must follow one source, but you try to gather information as much as you can. But those information should be relevant. It should not be in the mindset of gathering knowledge. You gather so many things which is not digestible to you. That is also one of the important factor. And this is what I was mentioning about hard work of yours, right? As you said that each and every topic you used to YouTube that, and you used to understand about that. So that is what hard work, which everybody is not doing. And I said you initially only that you're doing a lot of hard work, right? So now coming on to, as you told, you referred YouTube extensively and you're referring master notes and all. Now, when the phase one gets over, that is the part of phase two, and which is, I think, the most competitive part of this examination, because phase one is quite easy. You will get some good marks in one section, and you will be able to go through to the phase two. Now, there comes the real fight, that is in phase two, where you want good marks to get into the interview rank, and that decides your rank as well in the examination, because rank is important for promotional aspect and all. So what was your overall modus operandi during this phase two examination? How you used to practice the descriptive writing, especially? That is a, I think, a very fear factor for most of the students, that I will not able to write. So how many answer you used to practice daily, and what was any target you were having?
Sir, first of all, we'll start with English paper. So English paper itself is of 100 marks, and it's very important. So I enrolled for Clarity mock test series, which sir started right after 3-4 days after the prelims was over. That got started, and from that course I practiced extensively. There were around 5 essays, 10 or around essays. There were a lot of small tests, and whenever sir would upload a particular test, I would try to give that test in that duration only. And I had a strong network of friends, like they were also giving tests, so we would discuss among ourselves how you approached. We would share our scripts among ourselves also. So I also want to say one thing, that whenever you prepare for any exam, try to have a network of good people, serious candidates, aspirants,
Right.
make them your friends, and it really helps. So Amit was a very dear friend of mine, and we used to discuss. We used to share transcripts of, like, I would review his transcript, he would review my transcript, and we were very regular. We would give all the tests in stipulated time only. So for English, that mock test series really helped us. Gradually, they were initially we were doing committing many mistakes, but gradually, sir told us here and there we need to improve. So we just worked on that feedback, and our marks also improved. Initially, we were getting very average marks, but over the time, we were getting good marks. And I remember, like, just before mains examination, I got, I think, 78. Sir gave me around 78 marks in one English test, and I felt very happy. I felt very confident after that. Okay, now I'm prepared for that English. So this was for English, and for the other paper, paper two, the objective part. For the objective part, the questions are like paragraph based, and most of the questions are schemes based. Hardly two questions were based on reports, and the reports were also like that. They were the reports which was asked. It was I think it was very old and very irrelevant report. We did not came across that report in the past 6 months, so we just had to use our own brain and guess what could be the answer. But schemes is something which is very constant, and schemes are very much asked. They're asked in phase one also, in phase two also. And I remember there was a question on Ayushman Bharat scheme, and we used to practice schemes quizzes, 10 on 10 quizzes. So long back, what for every scheme I used to read PIB initially, where I was making notes of schemes, and I was also googling. I used to visit the website of ministries. So that reading helped me in mains examination, because an entire paragraph was on Ayushman Bharat, and very minute facts were asked on that question. So I was able to attempt that, and I have really also got very good marks in objectives. So I believe कि schemes तो आप अच्छे से करिए, बहुत ही अच्छे से करिए. आप मिनिस्ट्री की वेबसाइट्स में जाके पढ़िए, आप पीआईबी से 1-2 आर्टिकल्स पढ़िए, क्योंकि स्कीम्स तो आपको प्रीलिम्स में भी काम आती हैं, मेंस में भी काम आती हैं, इंटरव्यू में भी काम आती हैं, और आपको डिस्क्रिप्टिव में भी हेल्प करती हैं. तो रिपोर्ट्स को फिर भी आप एक बार थोड़ा सा कम इंपॉर्टेंस दे सकते हैं, बट स्कीम्स तो आपको बहुत अच्छे से करनी है.
Right. So you used to make some handwritten notes of yourself related to scheme and all, so that you can revise fastly during the examination?
Yes, sir. I just made notes for schemes.
I think we lost the connection. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, we were
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we were discussing about the scheme part. That do you used to make some handwritten notes so that you can revise fastly for the schemes?
Yes, sir. I have made notes for schemes. I just wrote down only the important facts and figures.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that is the good way, because the major of the points related to schemes and all things, whatever you can retain in your mind, no need to write at all and make your notes lengthy. Only try to write those points which you cannot retain, like as said by Aarti, facts and figures related to different schemes. So you didn't mention about the how you're practicing about the descriptive technical answers related to the subject of ARD and ESI.
Yes, sir. Sir, there was a initiative by you, clarity, descriptive questions. 4 questions on alternate days you would discuss on YouTube. So what I would do, I would first of all, I would try to solve those questions on my own. I would like try to Google or read about those questions, or would refer master notes, and then I would try to frame my own answer. And then, so later on, when you would discuss those same questions on YouTube, I would just add extra points which you have mentioned, and I had solved all the questions which we had taken on a descriptive that initiative YouTube sessions, and 2 days before the mains examination, I just revised. I went through all those videos. And I just listened to all those videos, and you won't believe 3 questions. One was on MSP, another one was on financial inclusion, and third one was on micro irrigation.
Right.
These 3 questions we had practiced during the sessions, and though these 3 questions they were just on by tips of my fingers. I could recall each and everything. So I just wrote very good answers on these 3 questions. One was on cross breeding. This question was not discussed on the session vividly, but sir, you have discussed this question on one session which you took on livestock census video. So in that video, you had discussed some nitty-gritties of animal husbandry and the important analysis of livestock census. So I took points from those from that session, and I wrote a good answer on cross-breeding also. So, sir, descriptive, sir, I just relied on clarity only for descriptive practice.
So what were your marks, Aarti, in the objective of ESI, ERD, and descriptive in the mains?
Sir, in objective, I have got 35.83.
Good marks, very good marks. Yeah, and
Yes,
subjective
sir.
also in that range only, I think.
No, sir, subjective में थोड़े कम है. I was expecting 30 marks.
Okay, no issue. Now coming on to one aspect, that is, since this was the first time when the descriptive paper was taken by NABARD for the technical papers, so what was your overall mindset when the question appeared on the screen, and how you accompanied with the overall interface of IBPS of typing such long answers for a long time, because the duration of examination was too long. It started in the morning and ended in the evening. So how do you cope up
Yes,
with
sir.
the overall this examination process of such a lengthy time period, because it happened first time in this regulatory body exams, right? Last year, 2021. So how did you cope up with all this? Is my voice audible? Yeah, I think we lost connection. No issue. Just I was saying you, this is the first time in the history of regulatory body examination after the RBI that so much lengthy time period was there for writing. First you have to give objective, then English, then all sorts of things. So how do you cope up with such a lengthy time span of the examination?
Sir, I wrote many mock tests. For any exam, you must acclimatize yourself with the pattern by writing as many mock tests as you can from as many sources which are available.
Definitely.
And the feedback that you get during evaluation, you must work on that feedback. And like you will like when you will give those mock tests, you will get some marks or some ranks. So those things will motivate you to work better and strive to be in top 5 or top 10. I was a very competitive person. I'm still am. So I just strive to be in top 5 or top 10 always in whichever test I wrote. So I had written many mock tests. For
Okay.
mains also, I had written mock test.
Good. So what was the strategy while writing the descriptive answer? Did you follow paragraph format or did you follow points format? What was your overall strategy in writing the technical answers in the examination?
Sir, first of all, as you told us that whatever is being asked, just write that much only. Don't beat around the bush. So whatever is being asked, like start introduction, may like you try to start. The questions were very direct, sir. Like what is this? Like that. So you start with the definition itself. Start with the definition itself, or if you have a little bit of background, you can add. So a small paragraph introduction has to be a small paragraph, and then body you try to write in subheader format. Write in point wise, but in point wise also try to have subheaders. And in subheaders also you should try to write in capitals. There has to be a heading. Write that in capital and then write 2-3 points. Like that you can write 5 points or 10 points. So you have to write in a way so that it is very legible and very clear. The evaluator can he should know like what you are. He should be able by reading subheader only. He should be able to make out that that the concept of it.
Right.
And in the end, try to end with the conclusion. In the conclusion, you can write your own view. What can be done going ahead. So start with the paragraph introduction. In the body, you can have points, 10 points, 15 points with subheaders. And in the end with the conclusion. Conclusion is a must. In my one of my mock tests, I missed writing conclusion part. So I got feedback. And so later on, I ensured that in my mains mock test, I wrote conclusion in each and every of my answer.
Good. So very good points mentioned by her is that first you should give as many mocks as possible from wherever you can, whichever source you can, you must give the mocks. And the thing is that how innovative you can be in writing the answer. Like as she mentioned, she used to capitalize something if you want to make that point more stressable to the examiner. So you can innovate as much as possible, right? One of the aspirant I was interviewed, Ankit, right, from Andhra Pradesh, he also said about that as much as innovative you can be in the descriptive, you can gain some 1-2 marks extra. And that marks, what is it? It matters in this examination. So any specific message would you like to give, Arti, for this year's NABARD 2022 to the beginners? What mistakes they should not commit for this examination?
Sir, first of all, you should have a clarity. Like I have seen many of my friends, what they do, they give many exams at a time. At a stretch of time, say 3-4 months, we have 2-3 exams. So that diverts your attention. You're not able to give your 100% in any of the exams. So I would suggest just be focused on one exam, at least in a stretch of 6 months. Just be very, very focused. When you know that you have only one exam to write, then you have the liberty to study for that from like extensively. You can refer one source, 2 source, and that will make you more confident. So first of all, have a clarity in my mind which organization you want to work in. I developed clarity about NABARD. Yeah, because like I had given a lot of exams in the past. So after a lot of failures and hits and trials, I ensured that I'm dedicating this entire year to only NABARD. And I wrote I filled the forms of many exams, SBI PO, IBPS PO, RBI, SEBI, but I skipped all of them because I knew that NABARD is the only exam which I've really worked for. And I was expecting results for only this one. So I just want all of you to have a goal, have a focus, try to focus on only one exam or maximum 2 exams, not more than this. Second, practice extensively, practice as much as you can. Try to read the content part from only one source. Say for current affairs also, if you don't want to read PIB and the Hindu on a daily basis, you can refer any compilation available in market. But read from one source, but practice MCQs, quizzes, tests, mock tests from as many sources as you can. Don't restrict yourself.
Right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good message. So keep your competitive spirit high, Arti, as you mentioned. And I would like to wish you best of luck for all your future endeavors, right? So that you can excel in your life as you did for this examination.
Sorry, sir.
Isn't my voice was audible? I am saying that keep your competitive spirits high, as you said,
Yes,
and
sir.
my best of luck from my side for all your future endeavors, so that you can excel like this on in every examination of your life.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I hope you keep guiding us for all the other future exams as well.
Definitely, definitely. I have promised for that, and I was not a guide. I was not a mentor for this examination. I will be guide for all of you for throughout your career. Wherever I can help you, I will be definitely helping you people.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, Arti. I will end the session now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.